Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Sharan here. I hope you're doing good. Today we are doing a different kind of video trying to analyze the metal sector as in a sector. Okay, metal stocks, all metal stocks put together. Now, before we do that, I will just go through what is called as the sector, which is CNX metal, which we look at. Right, we'll try to understand what is happening in the overall sector. Now please remember this, we are looking only in terms of technical analysis and not fundamental analysis. So we are not covering what is happening in China, we're not covering what is the rates of copper going up or any of these metals going up and all. We are not looking at those things right now. We are only considering what is happening in the chart. What does the chart say? Now the chart says two things. 70% to me looks like a negative basis, right? And 30% chance is saying that there is some sort of a buying happening. Okay, that's why I said very less amount of chances of going on the higher side and 70% chances on going on the lower side. Now I'm not doing it on a daily basis. For example, it is not for tomorrow intraday, no. It is to understand the overall sector, right? So what are the stocks involved in this particular thing? You will have a lot of these like Tata Steel, JSW Steel, Hindalco, SAIL. All these companies will come into this sector. So we're not going to look at everything, one or two stocks plus the sector analysis. All right, now let's straight away get into action. We'll try and understand what is happening. Correct. 1 second, sorry. Now we'll look into weekly charts first. Okay, now we are not going into 45 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours chart. We will just go up to maybe maximum 4 hours chart and then stop from there itself, right? Will not go below that level, right? Let's straight away start with weekly charts, trying to understand. Now what does the weekly chart says? The weekly says there is a price is going downside. Correct? Clearly देखो, ये देखो क्या हो रहा है? Clearly saying that the price is going downside. You had a very good upside move, right? Making higher tops, higher bottoms and stuff like that. Here there was a small kind of a consolidation which and then tried to go up, all of a sudden started falling down, right? Here their price is in a downtrend as of now, right? That's the only thing that we can confirm in the weekly charts, right? Is there anything else that we can see? Is there any candle per se? Nothing as such. There is some kind of confusion that is happening, right? Here there was a hammer, confusion, again a confusion, a kind of a shooting star but green color in nature. So we will not consider it strong selling right now. But yes, there is no nothing like a very strong hammer or a bullish engulfing which is clearly shouting out and telling us कि हाँ boss price ऊपर जा रहा है, right? Now you might consider this, अरे शरण ये देखो ना, ये kind of a cover up है, bullish engulfing बोल सकते, but नहीं, क्योंकि this is a green candle followed by the second candle also is not very strong. It has wicks on either side, right? So I will not consider it as a strong signal, right? So this is what we can see in the weekly charts. We'll go into daily charts and try and understand, right? Now first of all, to understand the daily charts, we'll just use two of the moving averages, which is my only thing that I look at. One is 200 and one is 100. Most importantly, 200-day moving averages. That gives us more or less a good idea of it, right? Here if you see, the price has fallen below it, took a rejection at 200-day moving average and then started moving downside, right? So there is a lower top, lower bottom formation as of now on the metal industry, metal sector as such, right? Chalo, let's understand more things about it, right? All right. Now, what else? Now, there are few important levels which I would like to mark, which have become a thing, right? For example, this one. Now, here, if you see, this is the level, more or less, this is the level. Why? Because here, if you see, it was taking a rejection, right? And then when it crossed this level, it kind of became a support for a very long time, right? From 28th July 2021 से लेकर 22nd February, right? For so many months, this level was acting as a important support level, right? The same thing you can see in the stocks also. Just look at this Tata Steel, and just put Tata Steel, right? In stocks, right? If you look at it, it's the same thing right now. Here if you see, this is what it is, right? यहाँ पर सेम सपोर्ट ले रहा था, काफी बार सपोर्ट ले चुका है, करेक्ट? लुक एट दिस, एंड फाइनली इट हैज गिवन अप, Right, same thing. That is why we don't need to sit and look at an entire stock by stock, unless they are penny stocks or very small stocks. Otherwise, if you are investing in a very good stocks, the industry or the sector analysis is more than enough to tell you ki what is happening and should you be invested or not. Right, so this is something that you can take as a learning point from here. Now let's go straight away into action and put it back into 1 second. Right. Correct. So this is the level that was being covered. Now here, when it broke also, right, when this particular stock broke here, right, this support, it came to the same level, took a rejection, and then started finally going down. Right. Now there are two things that are happening. A lot of people, I took this metal industry because a lot of people on the net are talking about saying that it has started going upside. Right. It might be, it can be a sense of impulse move. Right, there is no strong evidence of a confirmed buying upside unless there is some news about it. Otherwise, no. Right, so let's have a look at it. Let's consider that it can go upside. What are the possible things that are happening? Right, if that is the case, there are two possible things that I can see for people who are saying that it might go up. One is that the price is at a important zone here. Right, because if you see, this became your resistance support, right? So your previous resistance might acted as a support here, and they are feeling that it can go up. One. Second chance is that they are also looking at top bottom, again a bottom, double bottom, right? This is something that people are talking about in the market, right? This third thing which I also observed, is this particular thing, right? One is this trend line breakout, right? So it was taking this trend line for a very long time. It broke out, it came taking a support here. Now if the prices starts going upside, it might give us. So this is the positive news people are looking, or positive way why people are saying that okay, we have to buy metal industry, right? Now again, why would I also say that there is a negativity? Is because look at it, it is still in a downtrend. Right, there is no confirmed saying, say, boss, the prices started going up. One. Secondly, what I can also see here is this particular thing. Right, this is a pole. Right, you have a kind of a setup like this. Right, now this is basically, if you have learned in your price action courses, you would have learned that this is nothing but a negative stance. Right, so that is why I said. Two reasons why I'm saying that negative is because of the sector itself is saying there is lower tops and lower bottoms. Secondly, the patterns that are being formed here are also suggesting there is a negative in the market, right? So these are the two reasons. So how will we say that prices will fall further? If suppose you can keep a track on this. Now these are the levels, important levels. If the price does not hold this level and starts moving downside, that means this is still continuing in the downtrend and not the upside, right? This small double bottom, whatever you saw, was not a real thing, right? If suppose the price here, it is at a resistance level, right? Now if the price does not fall and starts moving up before crossing this level, that means it has started forming a double bottom, and it will also break your previous resistance. So if that happens, then we will consider prices of these levels and these levels, your previous resistance or previous top highs, as our next target price, right? So this is how I will be looking at taking a trade. Now we'll just have a look at the same things with a smaller time frame, not less than 240 minutes, right? So the 240 minutes or 4 hours also suggests the same thing to us, right? Here if you see, kind of a double bottom, or you can just mark it in this way. So never go with one kind of a thought process ki yahi hoga, right? So you have to observe. This is what I do. I'm not saying that you also have to do. Is what I do is I look out for all possible scenarios, and whichever side it is taking a shape, I will go on that side. Okay. Now this is what is happening. We'll also look at the same thing in Tata Steel. What will happen with Tata Steel and other things? Now look at it. Same thing. Kind of a pole, right? You have a pole here. I'll just remove everything. Right, a huge pole here followed by a kind of a setup like this. Now look at this previous also, right? Same thing had happened, right? You had a pole falling down, and then you had negative, right? So this was the formation again, right? Here also, if you see, there was a pole, right, and a small impulse move on the higher side, right? This is how the price has been falling in Tata Steel also, right? So this is why I say, and as long as the price keeps going in this, forming a higher top, we will not consider it into a buying zone or it has turned upside. But since I'm seeing a lot of posts, people are saying it's the right time to enter into metals. If at all it has to happen, it has to because of those reasons that I've given, that it has to break the previous resistance, formation of the higher top, higher bottoms, and then we will look into buying it. Same thing, we'll look into what is called as your JSW Steel. Same thing is happening. Pole, right, and then followed by a kind of a ascending triangle, whatever you say. So if at all it has to buy upside, right, it has to go up, sustain, and then start moving down. Otherwise, this is what we will be looking at, right? So both the possible scenarios are here in front of you. These are not intraday trades, these are mostly swing trades to positional trades. So whenever you get certain things like that, please look into it, right? Here also we have the same thing, right? The entire industry is following the same pattern, right? There are times when a certain stocks don't follow the sector. I mean, not perfectly like that, but that is something that you can give an exclusion, right? This is what is happening right now. So we will wait for time being, wait for the prices to form a higher high, and then we will see to buy it. As of now, metal sector for me is not a buy kind of a scenario. If you are like, no, Sharan, we usually look for 5 years, 10 years, I am doing SIP and all, then it's okay, you can keep continuing. But somebody who wants to make a quick buck in swing to positional trades, this is not the right time to enter into metals, according to me, right? It may be right according to people, according to me, it's not a thing, right? I hope this video is helpful. If yes, please do give a thumbs up and please share it amongst your friends and family. All right, that would really make me happy and also motivated. I hope you will get to learn a lot more things, right? Take care, all the best, and see you on the other side. Bye bye.